If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
The Dominic Carter Show
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
The debates are over. Early voting and the race for New York City mayor starts Saturday. Good morning, Dominic Carter here with you. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about. The final debate occurring just a short time ago. Let's open the phone lines right now. 800-848-9222. Score one for Curtis Sliwa, as tonight he showed the real Curtis Sliwa, the Sliwa personality. Big night for Curtis Sliwa. Even Cuomo showed a lot more energy tonight. Dare I say flashes of the old Andrew Cuomo. At times, literally slicing and dicing Mamdani. But maybe Mamdani is starting to hear footsteps. The corniest move that I have ever seen in a debate happened tonight. And I cannot believe that New York 1 fell for, as the kids, a term that they use, the okie doke. Mamdani's team timed this out so that while he was on the debate stage, the story would break. And New York 1, with urgency, said breaking news coming into the debate. And the story was that Mamdani plans to ask Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch to stay on as the top cop if he's elected. And this was happened and timed to break in the middle of the debate. And what a coincidence. The question went to Mamdani. Is this true? Is this what you plan to do? Yes, Mamdani says. And Cuomo quickly said he's not buying it. The decision, first reported by the New York Times tonight, came as Mamdani continues to face criticism over his past anti-NYPD comments and struggles to reassure anxious New Yorkers that gains against crime under Tisch, Jessica Tisch, won't be lost. 800-848-9222. But perhaps the biggest news of the night was not the debate. The biggest news of the night happened to be the New York Knicks basketball game. Has Dominic lost it? What is he talking about? No, Dominic hasn't lost it. Cuomo beelined from the debate to Madison Square Garden to watch the New York Knicks. Why is that important? It's who he went to the game to watch the Knicks with. This is being timed out perfectly for Cuomo to pull this off. He's got a shot. Cuomo rushed from the debate to get to Madison Square Garden to sit courtside with his one-time nemesis, current incumbent mayor Eric Adams. They sat together watching the Knicks play tonight. So what does that mean? That means that endorsement from Eric Adams is going to be timed out pretty soon, if it comes to that, where he's going to throw his support to Cuomo. We don't know what Mr. Sliwa's going to do. He says he's going to stay in the race. We'll see what happens. They still have a problem with three candidates in the race. Mamdani wins with three candidates. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you this much, that Curtis Sliwa had a strong debate night, right? No, you cannot take that from the man. There were signs of the real Curtis Sliwa. If he had only did this in debate one, this might be a different conversation. 800-848-9222. Let's start with part of Mr. Sliwa's opening statement. He made it clear from the opening bell that this debate was going to be different.
It's us versus Cuomo. It's us versus Zohran. This is a campaign not about power. This is a campaign about you, the people. And I know many of you hardworking New Yorkers, you tell me you've been pushed aside, you've been silenced. These are the people that have all the money, all the connections. They've made their backroom deals. But we have something more important. We have you, the people. And we're not going to be silenced anymore. We're going to fight. Tonight, I want you to look at the content of my policies, to know that I've served this city for more than 50 years, the city that I love. And I'm going to share with you my vision to make New York City safer again, to make New York City more affordable again, and where everybody once again can live the American dream.
A strong, strong night for Curtis Sliwa. Very, very strong night. So, Mamdani and his anti-Israel, anti-Semitism problem. Part of the debate tonight. And here was one of the zingers from Cuomo to Mamdani.
Not everything is a TikTok video. You're the savior of the Jewish people. You won't denounce globalize the intifada, which means kill Jews. There's unprecedented fear in New York. It was not several rabbis, Errol. It was 650 rabbis who signed the letter, not several.
Wow. Signs of the old Andrew Cuomo. But boy, did Mr. Sliwa have a good night. Mamdani on the ropes as it relates to his anti-Semitism. Here's part of what he had to say.
I think there is room for disagreement on many positions and many policies, but I also want to correct the record. I have never, not once, spoken in support of global jihad. That is not something that I have said, and that continues to be ascribed to me, and frankly, I think much of it has to do with the fact that I am the first Muslim candidate to be on the precipice of winning this election. Now, all the same, Curtis, I do still want to be the mayor that will keep your sons safe, that will keep every single New Yorker safe. And it is my job to not only deliver on that commitment, but also to ensure that New Yorkers feel it every single day that they live in this city.
So I am telling you, folks, as somebody that has observed elections for 40 years, I am telling you, the momentum is starting to switch from Mamdani. The timing is starting to appear perfect. Now, is it going to result in a different outcome? Not exactly sure. But Mamdani is on the ropes. And the corniest move of a debate ever, in the middle of the debate, and the moderators fell for it. Oh, we have breaking news. A story tonight that Mamdani is going to name Jessica Tisch as police commissioner. Of course, he'll tell you anything at this point, Mamdani. Because the man is on the ropes. Big time. 800-848-9222. Let's start with Adrienne, line 3 on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Adrienne, what's on your mind?
A beautiful night. Cuomo did great. Curtis did great, but Cuomo really went after Mamdani. To see that guy sweat, he crashed and burned. And the best thing is both Curtis and Cuomo revealed what a phony and what an inadequate candidate Mamdani is. It was a beautiful thing. I think that Curtis is going to be the spoiler for Mamdani because the animal rights thing. They're going to go to him, but I don't think Cuomo needs Curtis's votes because if what you say is true and Adams and he team up, he can win it. He can win it. He can win it. Curtis doesn't have to step out. It would be great if he did, but if he doesn't, it's fine. Cuomo can do it. Cuomo was great. He did what he had to do. And did you see Mamdani sweat? He's 34. He's having hot flashes all night long.
He was sweating. He was sweating. I am telling you, Adrienne, he was so exposed as an empty suit. And he's on the ropes right now. That's why they timed this police commissioner story.
It's a beautiful night.
Right out the gate, Curtis Sliwa showed that he was the old Curtis Sliwa, The one that I had privately told him 4 years ago, because I pulled him aside in his first debate with Eric Adams, and I said, come on, man, you let Eric walk all over you. That's not Curtis Sliwa. He says, yeah, I know. Wait till the second debate. Well, this time it appears the same thing. He shined in the second debate. I don't know if it's because he's on fire. I don't know if it's because he's pissed off. But Curtis Sliwa brought his A-plus game, and it showed. Go ahead.
Dominic,
go ahead.
Do you the thing I did not like that I thought that Curtis did was he comes out and the first thing he says is he trashes the billionaires that pay all the tax, that pay the majority of taxes, that provide the jobs, and it seemed petty to me. See, that's the difference. He made great points. I'm a Republican, and I voted for Curtis last time. I sent him checks last time. This time around, I was resigned to voting for Cuomo because, he's the most winnable. Now I'm excited to vote for Cuomo because his demeanor, I think Cuomo 2.0, I'm willing to give him I can't believe I've never voted Democrat in my life. I'm doing it. I want to. I'm excited. This is a beautiful night. You're the best. I'm excited. For the first time, Hope's alive. He was sweating. Did you see that guy sweat? It was a meltdown.
Because what we saw tonight was a little boy trying to play in the big boy arena, and he lost badly. Mamdani looked like a total clown.
Yes. And what's this one question? Are you tired, the way I am, of them continually beating the dead horse about it was horrible what happened with the nursing homes. We know, we were all here, but it's time he was invested. What can he say at this point? They keep beating the same horse, and the thing with the allegations on the women.
I hear you, Adrian, and thank you for the great call. I have to move on. That's going to follow Mr. Cuomo for the rest of his career. There's no getting around that. But thank you for the call. Let's see here. Let's go to Joanne in Miami, Florida, line 1. Joanne, what's on your mind? Good morning.
Hey, Dominic. Love your show. Thank you so much.
Former
New York. I met Curtis 43 years ago when I was a little kid, and he came up to Yonkers, New York, and he lives and breathes New York City. I think, if anything, it's a shame that we're where we are. If Mamdani gets in, we're all screwed. But to be honest, united we stand, divided we fall. And if all the Republicans actually got their stuff
no, that's
together,
not. If you're about to say if all the Republicans vote for me, there's not enough Republicans to win, Joanne.
I know,
there's not.
But I blame the GOP is what I'm trying to say. I blame the GOP. I don't think they really stood behind him. Curtis lives and breathes New York City. He bleeds New York City, and it's a shame.
He absolutely does.
He needed a businessman.
To be honest with you, Joanne, and thank you, because I got to toss to a break. Thank you for the great call. I'm very proud of Mr. Sliwa's debate performance tonight. He brought it. And Cuomo stepped up his game as well. And Mamdani was exposed for the empty suit that he is, the little boy trying to play in the big boy sandbox. And no, you can't join them. It is time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
Mr. Cuomo, it's my turn, all right? It's like two kids in a schoolyard.
Yeah, I heard you on the radio this morning.
Zohran, this is personal for me.
Debate night in America. The debates are now over. It belongs to you folks. Early voting starts on Saturday. We have, 12 days left to the campaign. What's interesting is what occurred right after the debate. The setup is already in place. Cuomo rushes from the debate all the way back to Manhattan to get to Madison Square Garden to sit courtside with Mayor Eric Adams at a New York Knicks basketball game. Remember about, a month and a half ago? Adams called Cuomo a snake and a liar. Politics makes for strange bedfellows. Let's continue with your calls. 800-848-9222. Big debate night for Curtis Sliwa. He brought it. The Curtis Sliwa that we all know and love. He brought it on that debate stage tonight. Let's go to Stuart, line 4 in Forest Hills. Good morning, Stuart. What's on your mind?
Yeah, Dominic. Look, Curtis had a very strong night. The moderators were excellent. Errol Lewis and all were excellent. But like in the first debate, too many times, Curtis was acting like the wingman and, to be more precise, the hatchet man for Zohran Mamdani. Every time Cuomo lacerated or, really made a fool out of Mamdani, right at the end, Curtis chimes in and says, hey, Cuomo, but look what you did there. No wonder when they said, if this was a ranked choice election, would you rank anyone else? And Mamdani said, I'd rank Curtis second. Curtis has to stop acting like his hatchet man and just go after Zohran. And I think Sid Rosenberg brought this up with him this morning.
Sid did an excellent job with that interview, Sid Rosenberg. If it were up to me, if I were advising Mr. Sliwa, I would have said lay off on Cuomo, direct all your target at Mamdani. But
right.
No matter how you slice it, he had a great debate night tonight. That is Curtis Sliwa.
Yeah. Well, I just thought he could have, with Curtis's charisma, he could have, Cuomo did a great job of making this guy into a little midget Mamdani tonight, this tiny little person who was unqualified for anything. But I think Curtis could have really finished him off, and I wish he did.
Okay, well, there'll be no more finishing off because the debates are over. Stuart, thank you for the call. Lou, Long Island, line 5. Lou, what's on your mind?
Yes, good morning, Dominic.
Stephen, Lou, I'm not waiting for anybody to get off a speaker. So if you're not ready to go, I'm moving on. Quickly, go ahead, Lou.
Yes, Dominic, I think Curtis had a knockout tonight. He drew the line in the sand. It's us versus them. I think that was pretty much put it in black and white.
Okay, but that doesn't get around the polling numbers. It doesn't get around the
no, it doesn't,
demographics.
But I think it sets where he is, and not to be simplistic, either you're with us or you're against us.
No,
and
it's not
we
that
shall
simple.
See how this goes.
Oh, you mean in general? Okay, I got it. But okay, so
yeah,
how
do
you see this race? How do you? Listen, I got to toss to a break. Lou, how do you see this race going right now?
Unfortunately, I don't see it going in Curtis's favor.
Okay, the question was, how do you see it going?
I don't see it going in Curtis's favor. I wish it was.
Who wins, Lou? The question was, who wins? All right, I got to take a break. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back, returning to your telephone calls on this debate night in America. Mamdani was exposed for what he is tonight, a complete empty suit who happens to be a pretty boy and can talk pretty articulately. Case in point, I want you to listen to this. Sliwa and Cuomo. And Mr. Sliwa had a great debate performance tonight. So what does that mean? Here's my prediction. Based on what he did tonight, his polling numbers may go up a little bit. Won't be enough for a margin of victory, but he had a strong debate night. What I don't understand is the Sliwa we saw tonight. Why didn't you do this in debate number 1? It would have changed the narrative. People like me would not have been able to say, well, where's the energy and so on. The things I'm saying tonight is what I would have said a week ago, which in the closing of this race could have made a big difference. I want you to listen to this. Sliwa and Cuomo going after the empty suit. Mamdani.
There was reference to the 3 housing-related charter amendment questions. I know Mr. Cuomo is on the record as saying he favors them. We just heard Mr. Sliwa say that he's against them. Where do you stand on those?
I'm appreciative that those measures will be on the ballot and that New Yorkers will be able to cast their votes for them. I know that we desperately need to build more housing in this city, and I also know that the jobs we create in the building of that housing should be good jobs as well.
What a political answer. What is your opinion, Zohran?
Yes or no?
Come on.
Yes or no?
What is your opinion? Yes or no, Zohran? Don't be a politician here.
I got it. They're pointing out what I was about to, which is that you didn't answer the question.
I think on the stage you can see 2 people appealing for the Republican Party's votes.
Answer the question. Answer the question for once.
My question to you was, do you support the 3 ballot amendment questions?
I have not yet taken a position on those ballot amendment questions.
Oh, what a shocker.
All right.
What a shocker.
We're gonna move
Don't worry,
on.
once he takes it, he'll change it anyway.
We're going to move it on. We're going to move on.
Slice and dice of the articulate pretty boy, Mamdani. Boy, did he get it tonight at the debate. If this would have happened in the first debate, because the momentum is already swinging against him right now. I feel it in the air. I don't know if it's enough for him to lose, but he's on the ropes. Breaking news into the debate. Mamdani plans to keep Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch. Really? Really? Of course he does. He's on the ropes. And he's fighting. He's trying to survive. He's trying to run out the clock. Mamdani, it may not work. And if he loses this election, we may not ever hear from him again. Hip, hip, hooray. I mean, he'll try something else, but hip, hip, hooray. Case in point, on anti-Semitism and Israel, this is what Mamdani had to say.
I look forward to being a mayor for every single person that calls this city home. Not just those who voted for me in the Democratic primary, not just those that vote for me in this general election, but all 8.5 million New Yorkers. And that includes Jewish New Yorkers who may have concerns or opposition to the positions that I've shared about Israel and Palestine. You know, just a few weeks ago, I was on the M57, the slowest bus in New York City. And as I was seated there, there was a speech therapist who was sitting next to me. She told me that she was Jewish. She said that her daughter was a huge fan, but that she was not yet decided on who she was going to vote for. And she shared to me about her fears in this city, about rising anti-Semitism. And I told her what I will tell New Yorkers today, which is that I will be the mayor who doesn't just protect Jewish New Yorkers, but also celebrates and cherishes them, who doesn't just increase funding to hate crime prevention programs by 800%, who doesn't just ensure that the NYPD are outside of synagogues and temples on the high holy days, but also actually delivers on the implementation of the Hidden Voices curriculum in our school system so that children in this city learn about the beauty and the breadth of the Jewish experience right here in the 5 boroughs.
And if you believe that, I've got this great bridge that I will sell you. I think they call it the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'll give it to you for $5. How about that? If you believe the nonsense coming from Mamdani. Let's go to line 4, Liz in Florida. Liz, what's on your mind? Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Dominic. I think we all need to take deep breaths. It's a very stressful time for everyone right now. We need to band together and discuss intelligently. So here's what I'm thinking. Imagine there were no polls. How would you vote? You'd vote for the best man for the job, right? You'd vote for Curtis.
You're asking me? I support him, okay, but go ahead. Go ahead, Liz.
Right. If there were no polls, then everybody would be voting for the person they felt would be best for New York. And here's the scenario. None are dropping out, but if Curtis dropped out, those that hate Cuomo will not vote for him. And if Cuomo dropped out, Curtis really would get his votes because it's a different race. Those Democrats in New York, in a normal race, would never vote for Republican. But today, anyone but the socialists. I've got friends in New York who are Democrats, and they're just waiting on the poll numbers. Whoever will be, closer to it, they're going to vote for. But I'm just saying that, numbers can change just like your blood pressure. It could be 160 over 90, and an hour later, it could be 130 over 70. So that's what I'm saying. It's like if we all just said to ourselves, everybody, we band together, who's really the best candidate? And don't look at the poll numbers, because could they be accurate? I don't know. We don't know anything, really. They're given to us, but we're not sure. So, and if you're swearing by them, then you're going to be swayed by them. So my feeling is vote for the person that you really want to be mayor, and then that person will probably win. And I wanted to say that watching the debate tonight, Curtis reminded me of the great and powerful Oz.
Well, I can say this, Liz. You are forever an optimist, and I wish that people would look at it that way. But unfortunately, Liz, you have, as you know, people that are going to walk into that booth and they're going to vote Democrat no matter what you say, no matter what I say. You're right. It should come down to the most qualified person. But all I can tell you, Liz, I'll give you the final word, is Mamdani was exposed tonight as a pretty boy empty suit. I know you're going to say he's probably not that pretty, but he was exposed as an empty suit. You have the final word, Liz.
Well, that's true. Cuomo looked tired, but he did good. He did better. The socialists looked nervous, and he spinned his words as usual. And Curtis, in my opinion, he was on fire. So all I have to say is vote with your heart and intellect, and vote for the person that you want to be the next mayor of New York.
Fair enough, Liz in Florida. Thank you for the wonderful call. Liz on line 4. Let's go to line 5. Steve in Elmont. Good morning, Steve. What's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic. Well, today Mamdani just got caught like the wizard did in Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Finally, he got caught out there.
Absolutely.
But what annoys me a little bit more than the leaderless people that are ready for the handout to go to Mamdani are the people who call the show. And I know they're hopeful. That's a nice name that I want to use. But they're also irrational to actually think that Curtis, who pretty much stayed the same, close to the same numbers, the whole entire race, is actually at some point going to, I don't know, maybe tap his heels and then wind up being the mayor of Wonderland, because it's not going to happen. The population that he's looking for doesn't even know who he is. They don't know Curtis. They only know Cuomo or Mamdani. Even though Cuomo did a great job, Cuomo and Curtis did a great job today. But honestly, I think that his ego is going to keep him away from dropping out, and he hates Curtis. Oh, not Curtis. He hates more Cuomo more than he must love America, New York. At this point, they need to get together, and it's not going to happen.
Steve, I want you to stay with me. I'm going to bring in on line 1 Stephen in Manhattan, who believes that Mamdani is going to win. So Stephen in Manhattan, you're on live with Stephen Elmont. Stephen in Manhattan, line 1. Tell us, first of all, why do you say that?
Because he won the Democratic Party with the most votes ever. People are looking for a change, and he's going to be the change maker. That's why.
Right, you also said Kamala. You said Kamala would win the election, too, Stephen.
Yes, I did. I always can't be 100%, just like you're not always 100%. You win some, you lose some.
That's true. Steve, what's your reaction, line 5, to what Stephen... I want you two guys to talk to each other for a second about the election.
What I think about in regards to change, people are looking for change. Yeah, everybody, Republicans, everyone, independents is looking for change. What they're going to get from Mamdani and what they want from Mamdani is all of his handouts that he's talking about. Not one actual real financial person would agree with anything that he says. He doesn't have any plans. He just says he would like it. That's not going to work. That's not good for New York. All right. He doesn't have an actual plan. He's selling us a dream. He's a professional debater and he's a professional campaigner. Everything he says is going to sound like he's in campaign still. If he wins, and he most likely will, 4 years he's going to be on campaign explaining why he wasn't able to do anything that he promised.
That's a great point. Stephen, your response?
My response is give him a chance. The people voted for him. Give him a chance. You can't do any work.
Stephen, you do realize that Stephen, you do realize you're exactly. Go ahead, Steve.
We're not in a position that we can give chances out like that. First of all, this is New York, the most populous city in the world. All right, this is the financial capital, the music capital, so many. This isn't time to let someone who only ever pretty much was in charge of 5 people watch over 8 million plus. I'm not part of the 8 million. I live in Long Island. I work in the city, and so do 2 million other people. And this is not time to sit around testing things out. Stay as an assembly person. Get some real job done because you haven't been doing anything for the last 2 years, and then come back. But right now, we can't play this.
All right, so Stephen, you mighty quiet on the phone with Steve here. Steve is running around you.
Listen, absolutely not. We both can't talk at the same time. Now it's my turn. Once again, it goes back to the voters. The voters voted for Zohran Mamdani.
Stephen, that argument is tired. You do realize you're exactly the no offense, Stephen. You're exactly the blind voter that Steve is talking about. Free Mamdani, and Steve is right. 4 years from now, he'll tell you why he couldn't deliver on anything as he seeks re-election.
Okay, but at least he's going to seek re-election, okay?
Right. Just like Kamala did, right? Kamala, just like she did, right? Just like she did.
No, she lost, but we're moving on from that.
No, Steve, you just run. Hey, Steve, on line 5, you just won in a knockout. Stephen is not in your category on line 1. He can't handle you.
Absolutely, I can handle you and anything.
Okay, so if you can handle Steve, do it. You on live right now. Make the case, but do it quick.
Right now.
No, you're making a very empty argument.
What I'm saying is, and it's proof, Zohran Mamdani got the most votes. Okay?
Wow, that is deep, Stephen. That is deep. Oh my God, that's deep.
In him, people are in Zohran Mamdani. Okay, because if they they wouldn't vote for him. Okay, he would have lost.
Listen,
okay.
The worst candidate for the Democratic Party, the worst was Mamdani. He beat out Adrian Adams. He beat out everybody. That's sad. You see these billionaires that he's always talking about. You see these billionaires that he's always talking about. See, his billionaires that are backing him up are smarter. They take the money and they divide it up against all these hundreds of nonprofit organizations, and that's how they spend the money out. The guy is a complete fraud. Good looking, young, that's all cool. But dude, you are going to bring this city down like the Lion King. That's what it reminds me of. A bunch of hyenas going to run around. This place is going to turn into a desert. I speak to my passengers and people I know, and I'm sorry for hogging it up, but they say, yeah, free buses. I say, do you work? They said, no. I said, there you go.
There it goes. Hey, guys, I got to move on. But ding, 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 and a knockout. Stephen Elmont just completely knocked out Stephen in Manhattan. TKO. Stephen in Manhattan could not get up from the 10 count. He just kept saying Kamala and Mamdani. Kamala and Mamdani. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
So at the end of the day, Curtis Sliwa had a tremendous debate performance. It's the Curtis Sliwa that I've been waiting to see on this campaign trail. But keep in mind, folks, that these three candidates, they are exhausted. And they are all operating on fumes. They won't tell you that. But they're trying to get to the finish line. And they're all very, very tired. I find it very interesting. You talk about tired. Something I started for the same network in 2008, they're still doing in 2025. The lightning round. Something I started for them that was highly successful, written about in the New York Times and elsewhere. They're still doing in 2025. Here was part of the lightning round.
If there is a ranked choice election, how would you vote, Mr. Mamdani?
If there was a ranked choice election?
In this. You'd have to rank these.
Myself, number one, and Curtis, number two.
Mr. Sliwa.
Oh, please don't be glazing me here, Zohran. Are you kidding?
Mr. Sliwa, do you have
I support ranked choice voting, but I'd only vote for myself.
Mr. Cuomo?
I love that Zohran and Curtis ticket idea. I don't know. I'm just enamored with it. I would just rank myself.
Would any of you accept Mayor Adams' endorsement? Mr. Mamdani?
No.
Mr. Cuomo?
Yes, I would.
Mr. Sliwa?
Absolutely not. Put that crook in jail where he belongs.
And final, a fun one.
Be careful. Be careful.
What is your favorite live music venue in New York City, Mr. Sliwa?
Oh, chain smokers. EDM.
Under the K Bridge, I presume.
That's right, the Kosciuszko Bridge.
Mr. Mamdani.
Forest Hill Stadium.
Mr. Cuomo.
Under the Kosciuszko Bridge.
Have you seen a show under the K Bridge? Who'd you see?
No, I picked up my daughters at a show.
So big night for Curtis Sliwa, but the story happening right after the debate. Cuomo and Adams may have timed this out perfectly. You had Cuomo rushing from the debate to Manhattan to get to Madison Square Garden to sit courtside with none other than the incumbent mayor, Eric Adams, who dropped out. Adams called Mr. Cuomo a liar and a snake, a month ago? And now they're kissy-kissy courtside at the Knicks game. So expect the strong possibility of Adams endorsing Cuomo. Line 4, Bob, Long Island. Good morning, Bob. What's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic. I just wanted to comment first on that caller you had, Steve from Manhattan. He is what Rush Limbaugh would have called a low-information voter. He's absolutely uninformed. He's ignorant, and he kept saying that's why Mamdani got more votes, and that's why he got more votes. Well, hello, dude. The election is not held yet, okay? The election is in a couple of weeks. I don't know how he got his information, and he got more votes than anyone else. And besides the fact,
talking about
anyone who votes for Mamdani is a chump. He's an absolute chump. And New Yorkers will lose
any reputation
that, Bob. They have as being
I like
smart.
you, Bob. Wait. Will you call him a chump if you vote for Mamdani?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if Mamdani gets in, New Yorkers will lose any reputation they have as being smart New Yorkers. They'll be the biggest chumps on the planet to allow this unaccomplished, ignorant person
Bob,
who is a
preach.
con man.
Preach, Bob, Long Island.
Oh,
Preach,
and by the way,
Bob,
Dominic,
preach.
you keep calling him pretty boy. He's not a pretty boy. He's a little wimp.
Thank you, Bob. Folks, a programming note. Boy, I love Bob in Long Island. Bob is bringing it. I'll be back later on today, right? 3 to 4 as normal. Then I'm filling in for Rita Cosby. We'll have a lot of time to talk. I'll be with you from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. See you then.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.